Hello. Oh, what's going on with my screen? Brr, weird. Hold on. That's better. That's more like it. Right. Welcome everybody. All right, before we get into this, I have taken a short. But I might not keep hold of it. So let's just see how it goes for a second. I'm not sure yet if I want this, or if I just get out of this around break even. Let's just see what happens locally here. This is what I wanted to see. If anyone's in Chroma, I just took the short. We had a nice rejection. 70,600 was a big POI that I had for taking a short early on. I didn't take it earlier. I waited for the rejection. I shorted on this, as we got this test back towards these highs. What I would want to see is this reject come down towards daily open and then possibly down towards our daily POC and the VWAP here. But I am certainly not willing to let price go. Oh, I can hear myself twice. Yeah. So I'm just watching this and then we'll get into the stream in a minute. Let's just see if I can get a TP on here. Who we got in the chat anyway? Sizzy is here. DK4600 is here. Yuru Wart for me just claimed 70,300 and holding above. Yeah. I mean, there's not really anything significant at 70,300 for me. If we test daily open again, we've got a bunch of lows that I feel have a decent chance of being swept. I'm not watching the order flow at the moment. I don't really like what I'm seeing here, to be short. Where could I realistically get out of this trade just to... I mean, you get a 1R down here. It didn't get the best entry. That's what's annoying me. I could have got a much better entry. I wanted to short 70,600 on a move up. Then as I saw we were rejecting, I just marketed in on this candle here, and then it already started running. And because it just moved away from price so quickly, I didn't really get an opportunity to TP. Okay, this is okay. It's more a zone, yeah. I mean, any drop to daily open, I think I'll probably just close the trade. I could just close it here. And when we're 20 minutes until New York Open. 20 minutes to go until New York Open. I don't really want to be in a trade as we go into New York Open, so unless this just drops now, I'll close this trade at break even if we go back up to 70,500. Let's just say that. Let's place an alert so that I can at least be alerted if I need to act on this. Just either side of here, and then I can focus on you guys. So yeah, how is everybody doing today? Everyone having a good week so far? Everyone trading well, I hope. Everyone surviving well, actually, price action has been half decent. It's not been too bad. Managed to get some okay trades. Yeah. Some not too bad trades. Today's not been great. I did take a short from daily open earlier. I got stopped out on that. That's why I'm reluctant unless I see something that's a really clear setup to go for anything again. And that's why I'm reluctant to just hold on to this trade. Like it's in profit, so why not just take the money and then see what happens around New York Open? But yeah. Anyway, people who are in the chat, start chatting. Give me something to talk about. What's going on? How's everyone feeling? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Are we neutral? Are we bored? Are we excited by the price action we're getting? And then once I've decided what to do with this, then we'll zoom out and start to look at the charts as a whole. I called lighter long at $1 yesterday. Was the low. Learned a lot from your videos. Just skipped a few. Finally profitable on my own. Doing 7x on a port 2 days ago. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, lighter at $1. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? I think the market had just been pushing it down into that point. So we can look at lit. This is one of those that I'm just really, I was stupidly longing, thinking that we had some kind of accumulation down here, and I'm like, are we really going to go all the way down to $1? We did. So I'm still, I still have a position like around like $1.34, something like that. It's pretty terrible, but whatever. So see if this can get a bit of a bounce. But yeah, like price running into $1 on that. Yeah, nice. Come on, Bitcoin, get a little bit of a dump just so I can close this trade, and then we can continue on with other stuff. Vez waiting for oil at 82 to long. 1 hour liquidity at the 786. All right. Scraptic bias up on the corn on high time frame. Yeah, I think I have a similar bias here. I do think that's why I'm slightly reluctant on shorts. I do think we're leading to a possible breakout. I do quite like this consolidation here, and I do believe that there's a real strong chance that this can get a nice rally up towards maybe even up towards 80k. So we'll see how that goes. I'll talk a bit more about the macro in a bit. Come on. Do I just, if I close this, then it's going to come down to daily open. If I don't close it, then it's going to run to my break even stop loss level. My entry was here. Just move stop loss to break even and forget. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. The reason being, now this is a little bit cheeky. It's a little bit cheeky. So because I posted this on the tracker in Chroma, I don't want to close before it gets to, if it gets above 0.5R, it's a win, right? I get to put a W next to it. I just don't like those little break evens. So that's why I'm here. Like, where's 0.5R? Where can I get away with this? Because I want to close it. So at the moment, it's a win, yeah? So it's a little bit cheeky. Right, okay, fuck that, I'm out. I am closing this trade. We got a bit of a move. If it goes, like, come on, let's just get it to daily open. No, let's get out. Let's find my exit. Where is my fucking page? Close. Close price is trade history. 70248. 70248. 70248. 70248. 70248. 70248. It's A. Scared money did just make money. You know what? It's going to be another one of those. Close just because I'm on stream and I don't want to keep talking about it. But this is the trade idea. Let me just update this in the chat. But ideally, yeah, you want to see the drop. Move to daily open, kind of nice. And that would have hit the TP1 here anyway. This is silly of me. Because now I'm still talking about it. Right, let me just update on here so then we can get back to the stream. My microphone cable's in the way. Cool. Alright, that was a 1R. It's fine. What do you think about Pump Fun Long? BB pushing again. That coin did 7x. Pump. Let's have a look at Pump. Interesting. Very interesting daily candles. Pretty ugly daily candles. Guys built real website with use case. Well, you mean like this streaming platform that they have and everything? I was actually like it does it, yeah. I was, when they released their and you could start streaming on it, I set up an account and I was thinking, you know what, if this gets some traction, it might actually be worth streaming on Pump Fun. Not because not for a stupid token and stuff, but if you can be do serious TA. Oh, VV, I don't know what VVV is. Anyway, yeah, Pump Fun, I don't know. Fanfare channel, sup? How we going? How we going? How we doing? How are you doing? How, whatever. Okay, we got 10 minutes to go until New York Open. So we were faffing around with that, that short earlier on. Which naturally should have held on to. We're just outside Purdue, who's just subscribed. Welcome. I mean, this is a test of value area high, which is outside of our daily open, which is kind of silly. Oh, God. You guys just watch my pain again as I as I close another trade too early. Typical Luke. You can always count on me for getting at least like I win a lot, but I always close too early. It is my, and it's on shorts that I do it. When I take short positions, I always close shorts too early. I know I had a reason for closing the short early on this stream, because I just wanted to close it and like just get it done. Like we got the money, but it's so often the case when I short. I don't think there's a reason to be super bearish here though. I think the way the NQ is looking is kind of constructive. We could possibly be looking for longs. I guess this is at VWAP now, right? Close. Could definitely look at a long when New York session opens here. See if we get given anything. So London's been trading above Asia for most of, well, for all of the session. On the Nasdaq. So we would be looking at more likely some continuation higher. VWAP 69,930. Yeah, it depends what exchange you're looking at, really, doesn't it? But it's in this general area. Let's take off the weekly VWAP. We don't really need that. Do we want our standard deviation bands? Are they doing anything? Are they looking useful? They certainly would be useful if we drop and make a new low on the day. Because that gives confluence for a possible bounce off of our previous day low. If there's a quick drop down there. It takes out these. We've got poor lows. Shit. This could have been extended quite significantly. So if anyone is short, I wouldn't... I was in a rush to close it, but I wouldn't be in a rush to close it anymore. If I can re-enter a short position, now that I'm looking at, oh man, I don't know. Do I long from VWAP or do I go short? We'll see what happens. I am so neutral here. Like you can long here, or you can short if it bounces back up here. Oh. We got 5 minutes to go. 699 needs to hold. Yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting there to be a breakout today. I think if we continue just ranging, let's look at the bigger picture. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. We know our daily POC is from a market profile perspective. There's not really anything below us. We have range POCs still. All right. So range POC is still at that 68K. We have been just consolidating here. So let's start to weigh things up. Like what? This really could be another one of those situations where I just got a nice entry. I'm going to delete a load of stuff off my chart. I don't want all this shit. So a nice series of lower highs. Anchored VWAP from this low has been holding the lows. Session VWAP is currently holding price up. So resistance at range value area high. Support from the anchored VWAP from our weekend lows and weekly anchored VWAP. If this does start to roll over again, actually a move back down to 68k makes a lot of sense. And then we have some nice confluence down there, probably. Because that would be around the 618 from low to high. So if I want to be looking at like high quality long setups, then I probably would want to see price come down to 68k again. I think if we lose 69k now, we go to Hades 62k. No, I don't think that at all. There's always the tendency to be like, oh, if we lose this like super massive key level, then we're just going to dump and we're going to go to zero. Highly unlikely. We're so much more likely that we just keep on ranging, right? It's been doing it for how long? Just keep on ranging and just keep on chopping around. I do see what your thought process is, because right, we had this strong rejection, we had a deviation here, right? Highs of the range, deviation, lower high. So if you are looking for a trade, you would look to come back down to these lows, forgetting the capitulation candle, right? I do see that. I do see why you're thinking that. So if you had taken a short, for example, then actually that would be the trade that you'd be looking for. So it does make sense. Anyway, New York Open is upon us. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. All right, what's Bitcoin going to do? Hopefully a bit of a spike up, because I may actually short it again if it does spike up. If it doesn't, would I consider longing around VWAP? I'm not so sure. On the Nasdaq, nothing's happened yet. Nothing has happened at all. There's some noise going on outside. Let me just close the window. Okay. You think you get fireworks tomorrow after New York close? Everyone going for their weekend beers, the real champs stay and make money. Yeah, well, if anything's to go by the last few weeks, right? If there's going to be any escalation or de-escalation in what's happening with Iran and the US and everything else, then yeah, that's probably going to happen after the markets close tomorrow, because those announcements always seem to happen when markets are closed. All right. So there goes. Oh, and so NQ has just swept London lows. Bitcoin is at VWAP. I am going to just, I'm going to try a very little scalp long. This may not work out. And it's more of just react quickly and see what happens. But just tapping into that. And then it may be a case that I flip short if we just come and take these highs. So I'm long. Okay. Proof of entry coming up for you. So I am long 69,927.3 here. I don't know where there's no invalidation on this. Can't really it's a scalp. So it's just watch and see how things go. But there is most certainly a target. Easy peasy. All right. That's out. Done. There we go. Nice. Do I flip short? Let's see how this candle closes. So now there is an invalidation because we're just continuing market structure down, right? So we want to maintain this market structure. I'm not entering this trade yet. And then you'd kind of have to be aiming for previous day lows. How's the NQ getting on? This is still looking okay. I'm not shorting Bitcoin yet. I'm going to base it more off of what the Nasdaq's doing. I'm not a chart requester, just giving my thoughts on some research and cool stuff I found in Web3. Zora USDT app I like, Instagram like, but with crypto, also making moves. Okay. Zora. Yeah, I don't I'm not checking on like any new projects at all right now. I don't really look at crypto Twitter anymore. I don't yeah, I just do my thing. I just take the occasional trade. And that's about it. Also, where I'm staying right now is Really annoying. It's like a small table, but the chair I'm sat on is high. So I'm having to like, I don't like it. I like my screen to be like, keep my head level, but I can't do that. Very frustrating. That's why I keep looking down, because my screen is down there. Is BTC going to continue pushing? I'm pretty happy with that as a little scalp. That's all you need for a scalp. It's like, go long, boom, straight to target. 2 minutes. That took 2 minutes, in and out. Those are the kind of trades I love. I love. Now it becomes a little bit tricky because we are just, this is just a little bit of a move below daily open, now a little bit of a move above daily open. You could short this and look for a big old dumpy. Or you could, there's like, you could do either of these trades right now. Both of them will be very much valid, and both of them give a pretty good risk to reward. Because, I mean, just look for a breakout, because if we're gonna make a new daily high, then we're breaking out. So shit, which one? Will daily low hold? In which case long. Stop below VWAP. We've been above VWAP for most of the, like, well, not most of the day. We had the move below. We've had time and space above VWAP. We've come back into it. We're testing it. We should be making new highs in the day. So I could very easily re-enter along here. NQ looks good. NQ is looking pretty strong. You have a drop down, like it drops down, takes out London lows. Recovery, I would expect to see that continue on to take London highs. I might go back into a long again. The worst thing that can happen is I give back a little bit of the profit from the long that I took earlier. And I don't really have much of a plan for this session. I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing on the low time frames. And sometimes that's the best thing to do, because I'm very, very, very much neutral on what price is doing here. So I'm just weighing up my options. Do you short? Do you long? At this point, price will expand. I use crypto bubbles a lot for confluence and finding volume. Yeah. We had nice volume on that drop earlier, actually. I think we're pushing higher here. I really do think this is gonna push higher. I know I keep changing my mind. I know I said there was a good short opportunity, and we've got but the way things are looking, I think I'm neutral. I'm neutral. But the more I'm looking at it, the more I think that this is gonna go higher. So I'm saying that because I'm becoming more tempted by taking a long, as long as we just stay in this range and don't start moving away from it. I just want to see it test daily open again so I can get an entry. Let me put this in, because I will take a trade at daily open if it is given. 701.50 will be my entry, or close to that. Take profit, I don't have a fucking clue yet, but invalidation will be on just taking out this low. we shouldn't be doing that anymore. So 69,900. 69,900. Congrats to the guy who said 69,900 is important support, because that was the low. New daily highs will be a TP1, 70,760. 70,760. And then ideally we look for a breakout. But I'm going to do it like this. Okay, right, let's get in. Let's get in, let's get in, let's get in. Oh, I got a nicer entry. I got a nice. 130. 7,130. BTC. Anyone who's getting Kramer, I'm adding this to the tracker right now. Oh, what's Nasdaq doing? Oh shit. Oh shit. Come on in, Q. Bounce, 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 bounce. Come on, Nasdaq. Right, alerts on BTC, so we know if we get stopped. So we know if we take out that high. Yep, that will do. And let's see what the NQ is doing. I think pretty straight 78k next days. Yeah. Come on, Bitcoin. No. No. Don't do it. We're on 2 wins so far for the stream. Yeah, it was going to be one of these. So if this one fails, then whoever took this one, then you get 1R. Well, this will be a TP for anyone that took the short. Yeah, you could have just gone for either of them, because it's kind of a coin flip. I did this based off of, like, I was thinking the NQ was looking kind of nice here. That is another new low on the Nasdaq. So is Bitcoin going to follow through? Or are we just about gonna get away with it? I don't think we are. I don't think we are. Nope, done, gone. Okay. That's annoying. It means I'm just flat on the day again now. Ah, damn it. So the short was the one. And now if short. What I should have done is opened up both trades, one on each exchange. Long here, short here, right? Taking them both. Because the very worst case scenario is you get to play like a bit of a spread. But I chose the wrong one. Still holding the short from before New York Open. Nice, nice. Yeah, I really thought NQ was looking kind of good then for a moment. I mean, it was looking good for a moment. And statistically, you had a higher probability of going for the highs rather than making a new daily low. So it was there. It was there. But it just wasn't to be. We're at monthly open on the NQ, which is interesting. Let's post this into my thing. Now this is where it's like tempting to start chasing this because we do have clear market structure. What's Chroma? Chroma is this. Chroma is where I do all my trading now. Let me show you. If anyone would like to follow all of my trades on a daily basis, then Chroma is where you can find me. So let me bring it up on the screen. So yeah, this is what you got. So on here, so anyone who's not in Chroma, so for all of you that don't know, Toros merged with Chroma in Q4 last year. So Toros members were automatically switched over to there. Anyone that was in Toros before, it's like Chroma is just a really great, vibrant community. But because I just don't have as much time to do everything anymore, to run my own community, it was the best move for everyone really. So yeah, basically on here we've got a trade tracker, so any trades that I'm taking are all tracked and logged, so anyone can follow them. So this was a short that I took earlier. So as soon as I take the short, everyone's alerted to it. We get the play here, which is actually still valid. So if anyone did take this short, then that one is still going. Yeah, oh no, that wasn't that one. That was another one. Yeah, this one. This one here, although this is the one that I closed on stream, and then I ended up taking a loss, so I'm just break even on this stream, which is frustrating. But yeah, a ton of good analysts. So you've got Followers in here, you got Purdue, you got Osbra, you got Johnsy, you got Vic. You got the crypto chat over here. This is where all of the trades are updated. So for everyone who's taking trades, they're all updated over there. It is not a signals. It is not a signal service, but we do post our trades. We do track them. We have everything there. Yeah, hey, 3%. There we go. Look at you. You're famous. You're on stream. Right, let's take this off. But yeah, if anyone's interested in joining, then the link is in my description. Or you can. We're gonna start doing some cool stuff on streams soon. So basically, what I would say to anyone, right? Anyone who's not in Chroma, okay? Send me a message, send me a DM. So if you're not already in Chroma, send me a message. I can send you a unique link, which may give some additional perks. All right, so drop me a message on Discord or on Twitter or something like that, and yeah, I will send you a unique link. Basically, yeah. Then it. You guys get something good. I get something good. And yeah, we'll go back to the price section again here now. No Chroma link under the video. Is there not? Maybe I just used a template for this. Let me find the link. Hold on a moment, because you need to do the one that is like /Toros. You blocked me on X a while ago, had a disease but recovered. Ah, did you send me a yeah, I will get around to that. I did see a DM. Yeah, you were being a bit of a crazy reply guy and annoying me, so I blocked you. But yeah, no worries. I'm happy to give people a second chance, as long as you don't start doing it again. Right. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm posting this into the description. No, I'm posting this into the comments. So yeah, if anyone is interested in joining Chroma to follow, we've got a ton of educational content over there. Like I say, it's a fantastic trading community. Yeah, we post all of the trades that we're taking. There's full accountability there. You get to see our weekly, our monthly, our quarterly results, which are going to be posted at the end of this month. We've got a load of educational content. There is multiple streams on a daily basis. So if I just bring this back up again and show you the weekly schedule, it's kind of crazy how packed this is. Like today alone, there is a ton of stuff going on. Let me bring this back up over here. This one actually didn't include me because of the change in time zones. There was a little bit of confusion about what time I was going to be streaming, but this is all of the streams that happen this week, plus the ones that I'm doing. I traded in the Discord on Tuesday. I also did the roundtable with the guys over there. So yeah, there's loads and loads of stuff going on. So if you are interested in that, then yeah, the link has now been posted into the comments. But also, like I say, drop me a DM if you're wanting to join, or if you have joined. Oh my god, we keep getting these chances to take little short positions and keep missing them. And whilst I am at it, because otherwise I know what I'm like, I get distracted so easily. So whilst I'm at it, let me just go over onto X and do a little unblock. But don't start pissing me off again, man. More settings and privacy. Where's blocked accounts? Mute and block. Here we go. Blocked accounts. I think maybe where are you? There we go. There we go. I freed you. I freed you from the jail, okay? You're out of jail. You can now comment on my posts again. But be good this time. All right, what's going on? Nothing's really happening anymore. We're just slowly dropping. Oh, I'd really like to see it go to 68k. I'll be very, very annoyed if it does though, because I just took the wrong side. MPOC at 69.4. NPOC. There can't be an NPOC at 69.4 because we've already traded at 69.4 today. Previous day point of control, yeah, maybe is there. It's not there. Or there is just an old point of control there, right? From Wednesday. Yeah. But it ain't an NPOC anymore. That's the whole point. It cannot be an NPOC anymore. My chart looks ugly. Yeah, today's POC. Yeah. Yep. So we do have, I mean, actually on Binance it's there already. So yeah, we're just trading at the point of control. I see how 69.4 would be on some exchanges because you do have a high volume node there. And back into daily open again. So bouncing between daily open, between POC, between VWAP. This again could be a scalp short, depending on what happens. But this is the first time we've actually changed some local market structure within the session. Again, let's look at NQ. Is there any alts people want to take a look at? Oh, it's hype. Oh, it's so close. So close. So close. This is one of those really annoying trades that I never got like invalidated on this, but I because I set a hard stop on the tracker, then it did. I'm still in this trade. I am still long on hype, which is very nice. Anything else people are looking at? Or anything else that's moving? Tau. Interesting. Very interesting. What's down? CRO. ETH. Okay. These daily candles are looking quite quite constructive. What's actually happening on Bitcoin in the daily? Are we... Ooh. Yeah, this is super choppy. Shit. So yeah, it's just kind of teased those lows. If this gets a bit of momentum, then I do think I think this is like we're getting some pretty high volume here. So we're already getting like quite high volume. There's been a decent pullback that will have stopped out a lot of early long positions or late long positions. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, just like small pokey down into where we've got our VWAP and our POC. In the same way, it still is making lower highs. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lower highs now. But on the 1 minute, we have changed market structure, so that's better. It's tough to trade this. And I think this is natural. Like it's going to be tough to trade because we are at what is quite a critical point in the chart. Like if this does start to break again, then I think the momentum can really start pushing. Yeah. On the flip side, if it drops more, I think it's still okay. I think if we go down, I think it's just more range for a little bit longer. But if it does break up, I think we're going to see some quite good momentum here. So it's kind of natural that we see this choppy price action before we get a breakout. But I'm cautiously bullish. But it's, my bias like keeps flipping today. And if this can start to break out, then it's 78, 79, 80k is the target. Somewhere around there. Like XRP. XRP may be jumping anywhere. Let's have a look at XRP. Yeah, you know what? That actually, like, there's a lot of stuff out there that's just looking very comfortable where it is. Despite all of like the negative news that we've been having around the world, it's just a lot of assets looking, I think that's a good way, like the best way to describe it, just looking comfortable, right? I think price is very comfortable on XRP at like $1.38. It just doesn't seem like it's necessary for it to go lower anymore. Like with everything that's happened, if it was going to go significantly lower than this, then it probably would have happened already. We had the big capitulation at the beginning of February. We've been range bound for over a month. It's been like almost 6 weeks now of just a range and just declining volume. Yeah, everything is at like, that's it. Like everything is at fair value. Yeah. I think the market has just decided that, yeah, this is a nice price. A nice price to start what I think is looking like accumulation. Solana, a similar kind of situation. Hype's already showing us that what it can do. Doge is doing something similar, right? I spoke about this and I did have my trading room, but Doge is looking like the Dubai skyline. It's like Burj Khalifa, another Burj Khalifa, another Burj Khalifa, another Burj Khalifa. You got all these big skyscrapers, and then you just need to add in the Iranian drones. And it's like Dubai. Gonna get banned on YouTube for saying that. I get banned from Dubai for saying that. Waiting for the spring below. I don't really need it, right? Let me find I think a spring almost seems a little bit too easy. What I am looking at is more, let's find the schematic. It's more one of, let me find them. I don't have Vietnamese. I don't have my VPN on, so it's giving me a search. It's giving me a load of Vietnamese language websites. Great, so helpful. So we can kind of make the argument that we're on this like second type of schematic here, right? Whereby this happened very, very quickly and extended a lot lower, right? And then ever since we've just been in this. So this is almost the phase B. Like that phase A was just just boom, 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 dumped a lot. And then this just extended massively lower within this phase B as like a new kind of accumulation. And then since then, we've just been chopping around. So you line this stuff up, right, with what's going on a bit more locally. And it's kind of like, I don't know. See if it makes a bit of sense, you see? And then essentially, this being the first sign of strength, we have come up and taken out the highs. Now we did have a deep pullback into it. This is never going to follow exactly. Like, these things are never going to be perfect. Especially on Bitcoin, especially the way that the market is right now. So you had that really strong rejection, but it's making a higher low. And it's not really like just causing any massive damage to the chart here. Like, that drop is kind of fine, right? You basically just go for the closest internal low. You've got higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, breakout. Just take out the closest one. So whatever's going on, it's kind of like we had the downtrend, right? We then spike down. We then have like a nice rounded bottom, deviation above, come back in, and now we're like here, right? And just flagging again. So the fact that after the deviation we've not gone down and taken out like these lows, I think is fairly bullish. But we'll wait and see. That's why for me the target is, it's just very, very hard to get into positions here, because you can't really go for, I mean you can if you're expecting breakout now, and it's there. If we're gonna get a spring, it would be more like a local one, where maybe we test that POC one more time. But yeah, I get the feeling if this is gonna go, it's gonna have to happen soon. It's gonna have to happen in the next few days, basically. Like any kind of this, at least the beginning of a move to break out of this range is going to have to happen soon. Otherwise, yeah, we're just gonna roll over. Oh my god. Bitcoin's actually been the more volatile asset. This is another thing that's really, really quite nice, is we're seeing like today, NQ's not doing anything. And it was very, very similar yesterday, right? After we had CPI yesterday, it was like NASDAQ didn't do that much. Yeah. This is your New York session from yesterday. Okay. It really didn't do very much at all, right? It took out the Asia highs. It took out the London lows, but it was a very narrow, it was this one, right? This one. No, it wasn't. It was this one. It was yesterday. Because I was live yesterday as well, I did like an impromptu stream. Yeah, it was this one. And yeah, NQ didn't really do very much, but Bitcoin had real good volatility. And I think that's a positive sign. The fact that we're getting like nice volatility and we're getting volume back. We are getting volume back, I think is a positive. And this already is like, it's looking good. We're looking okay here. New York, I often fade. Asia, a lot easier to trade for me. Europe is okay too. Asia session can be quite nice, quite clean. It's a bit slow, but I'm in Asia, so I'm quite often trading the Asia session. Especially if right now, I think Asia session's just a bit too slow for me. But if this continues, like this kind of volatility continues, then this is the thing. We've almost gone from having like a month where just nothing's really happened outside of New York. So outside of the New York session, there's just been nothing really to trade, because we're already low volatility when the New York session opens, yeah. And then it's even lower volatility for London, and then even lower volatility again for Asia. Now, if we can get this start to like this is the kind of thing, like it doesn't matter to me. Like, what's perfect is when you get those New York sessions that are just boom, 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 boom. Really, really difficult to trade, because then I can kind of miss them out. But then just that when the volatility is just calms down during the Asia and during the London sessions, then that's when it becomes real nice to trade. And that's what it was like towards the end of last year. Conditions were just this is after 1010, like I'd say like November, December last year were really, really nice, because we still had enough, the market was still chopping around enough, but then just having it slightly calmer during Asia and Europe, like London sessions, made it really good. And actually the beginning of this year as well was kind of similar. Like January was similar towards the end of January. Last couple of weeks, I think just hasn't really been there. But yeah, when we were getting all this kind of stuff, this was actually really quite nice to trade. I did quite enjoy January. I quite enjoyed it. I did quite well in January. But yeah, anyway, I think I think I might wrap this up in a minute, because again, we're just back at daily open again. So I think it's probably time just to chill out. See if there's any other trades to take today, but it's just, yeah, a little bit of chop, and having said that, I don't want to keep chasing this. But now that we are pulling back, and we're also seeing the NQ coming to this like little 30-second and probably also a 1 minute, and having just taken out these lows, and this would be annoying. I've tried the long from a similar kind of situation earlier, but it's still there. Like there is still, and the more this like just kind of pops back down here, I think now I am chasing a little bit. I am most definitely chasing a little bit, but another long doesn't seem too bad. We'll see how it goes. I don't really know what to do here. That's why I think I'm just going to wrap it up, but it's really tempting me. It's the same on the NQ. Really tempting me into taking another long here. Because you're looking at something, if you get an entry around here, it's 2.5 to 3R. Just to make a new high on the day. And then if you make a new high on the day, I think it has a decent opportunity to send it after that. But there's so many little scalps that you could take here. Like that little push up that it had earlier on, just again, like internal highs being taken. There's so many, but you've just got to be real quick on them. Like this is like that long that I took earlier on was great. The one that then had more time to think about it didn't work out. This as a short, fantastic, right? You just get that immediate reaction. It's internal. Like these internal sweeps of liquidity without really bothering about that daily high. You can just place your invalidation at daily high. Price comes up, pokes up into it, boom, drops straight back down again. And then for this, it would have been like very, very simple, right? You just go, you grab along above the internal highs. You're looking for something around the daily open or the VWAP, because price keeps just bashing into that VWAP, and we're back at that VWAP again here. So there's so many little scalps. But that's all they really are, is just scalps. So like the long from earlier, I was in and out of that within 2 minutes. The one that then took longer to play out didn't work. This short, if you'd taken it within 3 minutes, 4 minutes, you've already hit daily open and back into VWAP again. This long from back again from VWAP, you're already like within a couple of candles, you've made decent profit on it. ETH just swept all those poor highs, did it? It did, but again, this is typical of it could go either way, right? It's very, very typical. Even if this is accumulation, right? And I'm saying, so you ask like, how does it feel? How does it feel to you though, accumulation or distribution? I'd say overall, when you look on the higher time frames, it feels like accumulation, right? But this is very, very typical of accumulation. If you do like you go and take highs, we're gonna see an increase in volatility. We're gonna see things start to become more choppy. We're gonna get dumps that are like make you think, oh no, we're gonna crash again. But then it'll just bounce back up, because that's what happens before price breaks out. That is what happens every single time. You never have a breakout of an important range, especially a range that we've been in for 6 weeks, that will just be like, okay, here's your range, right? And now we're here just chopping around. You're never just going to find the price just does this and just starts breaking out. It's gonna do something crazy. Like you're gonna have the highs and the lows. It's gonna come up, it's gonna spike, it's gonna do this, it's gonna chop around, and then eventually you start to push higher. But even when you get the breakout, right? Even when you get a breakout like after here, it's still gonna come back down and do this, and then it's still gonna come back down and do this, and it's gonna be very, very difficult. But what you start to see is their momentum. I'll zoom out on this some more. So you see that initially you have high volatility, very, very difficult to trade. But then these pullbacks start to become more shallow, and then it starts to become a little bit cleaner. And then you start to like see price action that becomes a little bit more like this. And that's the momentum that you can start to look to trade. And then you find like, okay, where's the real nice liquidity on this when you get a proper sweep afterwards? Right? So once there's momentum there, once it starts picking up properly, then that's when it becomes quite easy to trade. That's easy mode kicks back in again. And yeah, we're maybe just in the very, very early stages of seeing price like coiling itself up ready to break. But it's not going to be easy, not for a while. Okay, yeah, you're gonna get traps, you're gonna get all of this. It's gonna be like price action super predatory at this time. And that's precisely what we've seen during this session. It's just fucking people up on both sides. And it was the same yesterday. And it was the same the day before. Right? It's very, very predatory price action right now. But the opportunity is there. If you can just get in and out quickly and keep your, keep risk at like a minimum. Okay? If you get invalidated on a trade, just get out of it, right? Or if you hit a stop loss, just make sure, just don't start moving your stop losses around. Just make sure they're solid. It doesn't matter if you hit a couple of losses in a row, it's all good. But yeah, the opportunity is there, because you might find that you get a scalp and it just turns into a massive runner. And that's what happened like last week, right? I shorted where, I mean, I didn't hold on to it, but I shorted Bitcoin here, right? On this SFB. I closed it typically at VWAP. But if you're patient, this is the kind of thing, you might just find that you catch the start of a trend. And it could be the opposite way around on this occasion. I did the same thing yesterday. I shorted again and closed it way too early. And I longed yesterday at CPI, and I closed it way too early. But I have to remember, I am a scalper. It's okay. Like, that's normal. It's part of the game. I like, as a scalper, you're going to close a lot of trades very early, because it means that you're basically trading most moves. And some of those moves are going to end up being major pivots. And when they are major pivots, you're like, oh shit, I should have held on to that. Yeah. Drop my water. Right, anyway, yeah, I am going to wrap it up. It's been an hour and a half. The initial balance on the NQ hasn't really done very much at all. So, yeah, thank you guys for joining. Once again, if you guys are interested in joining, if there's not anyone here that's not already in Chroma and you would like to join, then the link is here in the comments. Please use my tracking link, because it is an important part of it. So if you do want to join, then do use that link. And do also drop me a message, because we will be doing something kind of cool. Gonna be, yeah. So, yeah, thank you everyone for joining, and I will see you guys. Ooh, what am I doing? I just wanted to check the chart again. NQ's just taken out another low. Yeah, I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.